The story of creation according to the Bible. Okay. Two different stories, two different men. We got to get to the bottom of where man came from. And we're going to start here in Genesis 1:27, where the man that was created in the likeness and image of the Elohim. It says right here, and God said, this word is Elohim, okay? Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion, meaning rulership over everything. Okay? So this man is made in the image of this Elohim. So this man is in the exact image of the Elohim. So the Elohim are also men, and they're going to make a man in their image, and they're going to set him in this place to have a rulership. And let's go look at the Strong's version of this. And you can click on Strong's here, and you can look at the breakdown of the words. So we're going to go to 127, look at the breakdown. So God, who's God? This word God is a big word, okay? But this is just a ruler or judge, a ruler, okay? Ruler. Doesn't say this. That's all we know about this. The story in the so-called in Genesis just picks up regarding these Elohim. Okay, this is all we know according to Genesis. These were rulers, okay, and they created. Now they're going to create a man. How do you create? How does man here create? We procreate. They come through the womb. How did they do it? How could they possibly make a man in their own image? Express image and likeness, okay, of resemblance. How would they do that? Well, it tells you in this word created right here, okay. This word can mean of birth. See it right here? Of birth. So it's the same way we create. And we know this because they're going to create a man in their image. So if they're going to make another one in their image, and they already know their man. See, they know their man. And they're going to make one in their image. In other words, they are of birth. They're going to make one of their resemblance. Okay, and they're going to make them also here male and female. So when they made them, these were just them, and they put them in a particular place, and they were to have rulership or dominion on the earth. Because if you go to 126 on 128, it says here that they're going to be fruitful and multiply. In other words, the way they multiply, through the way anybody multiplies, when you multiply, it's through wombs. Okay, they have wombs. They're multiplying, but they were made in the likeness and image of the Elohim. But they were made with wombs, okay, so they can multiply. So now this is the way they multiply, and they are to rule. See right here, to have dominion, not a slave. These were not to be slaves. Elohim says we're going to make man in our image. In other words, we're going to put a man and women that are our offspring, and they're going to be to rule this place. We're going to make sure that they rule, not serve. Okay, so they did what they did, and they made this man. Okay, but and that's basically the end of Genesis 1. Okay, but let's look at Genesis 2. Okay, it's a different story. Okay, let's pick it up right here. These are the generations of the heaven and earth when they were created. We just read about that in Genesis 1:27. So time is going by. Generations are moving through this created event. So now they are generating. They're generating. In other words, they're multiplying, just like it said. Just like it said, to be fruitful and multiply. Rulership, though. Rulership. So now, over time, over generations, this has been happening. But there was one. Now they're going to start to tell you about a specific son of the Elohim, that what he did on the earth. And let's pick it up right here. It says the next very sentence. In the day, so in other words, there was a day that came about, okay, that the Lord God. Now, it's not just the Elohim. You notice the play on the word, this word Lord, okay? We use lords today as rulers, the ones that have dominion. But this word here, this particular word means Yahweh, okay, Yahweh. So this they want to put Yahweh here, so Yahweh God. So we know the name of one of these because over time in the day, Yahweh God, which was one that was made in the likeness and image of the Elohim, which was a man, by the way, which was a man. Never says there was nothing other than men. All the way from the Elohim to the ones in their likeness and image that came from their wombs, they were to have dominion. These were all men. Now, this one man, a ruling man, okay, he had made the earth and heavens. People say, well, look, he created. See, no, they're talking about that he created. This word, they use create in Genesis 1:27. This word made is a much different word. Okay, so now we need to, what does this word made mean? Okay, let's look at this word. Let's go into, if you click on Hebrew, you can look at the Hebrew meanings of these words. Okay, so we'll go to 2:4. It's very important. These are the generations. This is what I just told you, that Yahweh, see Yahweh, the word that was Lord there, Yahweh, see Yahweh, God, he made. Okay, made, not create. What does the word made mean? To accomplish. Okay, now he's going to accomplish a task, perform an act. It has nothing to do with create. Okay, he's going to accomplish a thing in the earth. Okay, we have to know that he will. He's going to accomplish a task that he is going to do in the earth. So now, what is this Lord God going to accomplish? Because it's not create. He's going to accomplish something. Well, let's read. Before, okay, he wanted to accomplish, I'm going to tell you right here, is fields. Okay, a field is a farm field. It's a field where crops grow and things grow in a field. Okay, before he can establish a large field, okay, who works in a field? Okay, you need people, not ruler. You think a ruler, you think the sons of the Elohim are the ones that created dominion? You think they're going to get out in the field and start tilling the soil? No, they're not going to till the soil. He devised a plan to make a type of man, okay, to till the soil. I'm not saying that. This book says this right here. And there was not a man to till the ground. It's not saying there wasn't a man in existence. After all, they are men. And they came from the Elohim, which are men. But there was not a man to till the ground. Okay, so now they needed another type of man to till the ground. What does the word till mean? Okay, is this ruling the ground? No, it's not. It has nothing to do with ruling. Let's go back into the Hebrew. Let's find out what the word till means. Very important. There was not a man to cultivate. This word till, they got cultivate here, which is the same thing, till. Okay, let's see what it means. To work, to serve, to labor, okay? To serve and to labor, okay? To do work. Bondage, to be slaves. Become slaves. This is what this word means, burden. This is what they devised for man, this tilling man. Now you have a tilling man that this Lord God wants to make a servant man to till the ground. Okay, here we go. Now they want to make a man to till this. Where are they going to get this man from? Okay, they are men. They want to get a different kind of man. Okay, they tell you in a kind of a parabolic type of situation how they formed man. See, this word form, here's another place. They did not create. This word form means of create. They took this man and they took him in of creation, and they they took this man of creation. This word form means of creation. Now, if you look at this word form, it is of creation. They took him of a creation. Okay, they're going to take a man. They're going to form this man. So in other words, they're telling. And where did they get this man? Of the dust of the ground. They didn't ball up some dust, guys. They didn't ball up some dust and poof, here comes a man. No, they took him from all that they saw of mankind that's already on the earth. Them, the dust of the ground. As that's all, they were like the dust because they were beginning to be like dust of the ground, but they wanted to start establishing fields. So what they did is they took their DNA and they made a man they made this man a lesser man. They made him more of a beastly creature. And it tells you right here, okay, how they took this man of the dust of the ground of them and they formed him, making him a man for a purpose, and that was to till, for servitude, for service work, to till the soil. It tells you right here, to till the ground. That's what this man's going to be made for, strictly to till the ground. Not a ruler like they were, not a ruler. Okay, so now they breathed into the nostrils the breath of life. Now this word life, and man became a living soul. Okay, this man became a living soul. What do they mean here? It's a very, okay, wow, it's a living soul. It's a beautiful little story they got here. But what do these words mean? Okay, we need to find out what the words mean, because it's all about what the words mean, because a living soul can mean anything. Let's see what it is. See, they formed, not create. The word is formed. This man. Okay, now he became this word, 2:14. See this word? And you see it there. This word here is became alive. Okay, but what else does it mean? And we know what it means. Well, I know what it means, and I'll show you what it means. It means wild beast. Okay, wild beast. And this word throughout this Old Testament means beast. Because here, even in 3:14, every beast of the field, the same word. You can substitute beast for living. It's interchangeable. Okay, interchangeable. So the word living or alive means beast, and that's this word. Okay. So now, what does the other word mean? This being. So we know this word could mean beast or living. So this man is a being. What is this being? Okay. Oh, it could mean anything, but here, creature. The word means creature. Okay, creature, and it's used for creature mostly. Okay, but they want to say, oh, they got this word soul. Like, you don't even know what this means. It's creature is what this word means. So when you go back and look at this book, when they formed this man, formed him, and he became a living soul, meaning beastly creature. We know he was a beastly creature because he was going to be to till the ground. They don't need rule. They're not making a ruler here. They're making a servant. Okay. And they used their DNA and they made more of a beastly creature. And the Lord God was responsible to make this one for service work. And now the Lord God, they planted a garden eastward in Eden. Now you have to understand, this eastward in Eden is not the same as the Garden of Eden. The two different places, okay? Eastward of Eden means in antiquity, okay? When you look at the word eastward, this is a big word. This was an established garden a long time ago. A garden is an enclosure, okay? When you look at these words, now I can prove this. I'm not saying this. I'm going to prove these by looking in this book and looking at the Hebrew words. Okay, now, he planted a garden. Okay, what does the word garden mean? Okay, the garden. Okay, it means a enclosed. Let's look at the Strong's coordinates here. It is to cover. To cover. Okay, now let's look at more. So a covering in the east. What does the word east mean? Let's look at it. ancient times, in antiquity, ancient times, okay, antiquity. So what I like to use when I look at these words, when I read this book, and I go into this book and I'll read what these words mean, I like to look at um, this Strong's definitions, because and the Lord God, one of these rulers and judges, planted, established, okay, fastened, established. See, planted a garden, an enclosure, right here. This is the word I was trying to look for. Enclosure, okay? In Eden, in the east, antiquity from aforetime, okay? This is where he placed the man he had formed, which was fashion. They got this word, it's fashion, this is fashion. So they fashioned this man and they put him in antiquity, okay? And they put him in a place that was established a long time ago. They established this place a long time ago. They put him there. Yes, there was things in there like the tree of knowledge, good and evil. There were a lot of things in this thing. But after a time, after they were working with this man, they decided, okay, let's get the man. And what they did is, right here, and the Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden now to dress it and keep it. Here's where it gets interesting. Now they took the man. We know this I said this is a slave man, but they took him. Okay, now they took this man. Now 2:15, you got to go back into the book and you got to look at these words. Okay, take. Is this a nice word? No, this is not a word. It's to lay hold of, to seize, okay? To seize, to snatch away, take away. So when they took the man, okay, it's not a good thing. It's not a nice. When this Lord God, he took the man, he seized the man and put him in the Garden of Eden. Now he's in the Garden of Eden to dress it and keep it. Is this to be ruling in it or having a good time in there? No, it's not. You're not gonna have a good time. Okay, they're for service work. So this is the story of how man got here. I hope you liked it, and I'll come to the second part of this shortly. Thanks. Bye.